Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Melina Landrio, and I want to thank you all for sharing space with me today. I'm just going to jump into the channel, and we're going to try to get through whatever this message is that's coming through. If this resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I don't want you to take things on if it doesn't resonate or it doesn't fit. Don't try to make things fit that don't. You will know if this message is for you or if some parts of this message resonate with you in any way, shape, or form. Could be an illumination for you to have. Also, there is a need to detach from something. There is some form of attachment that is causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of panic or nervousness. Coming into the reading, hands started trembling. A little bit of panic and anxiety started to set in. And this feels like something to do with an attachment. So there could be a form of attachment if this is resonating with you. Also, the abundance card landed on the floor in reverse, which could be relevant in regards to manifestation, what you're trying to manifest. Perhaps this anxiety or this, maybe it's a fear, some sort of attachment that you have is keeping you stuck in a position or pulling you away from something that you're trying to obtain, something that you're trying to manifest. So that is coming up right off the bat. The number or time frame 12:53 could be significant early in the morning. So I heard this door open and a door close. And when I went to look at the time, I believe it was maybe 2:15 in the morning, it was almost like I heard a soft walking along the carpet. But when I looked, there was nobody there. There was nobody up. Nobody got up. Nobody was walking. Everybody was sleeping in their beds. So supernatural activity or ghosts, if you're resonating with this, especially soft walking. I didn't feel like there was a fear, but now that I'm saying all of this, my guides are making me aware that maybe somebody here is starting to engage their gifts, or maybe they're starting to understand that they have gifts, and maybe they're starting to understand that, or maybe they're feeling or having these experiences of seeing things or hearing things moving, but then there's nothing there, or having doors open and close, and it's maybe causing anxiety and fear. And there's a need to understand that these are gift related. These are blessings bestowed upon you by God, by your ancestors, by your lineage, that into which you keep. These gifts that we have, that we contain in our lives, are usually passed down from those before us to help us on our journey to create what it is that we're here to create for the future generations. So if this is you, if this is resonating with you, there's a need to understand that the heightened sense of fear, the heightened sense of anxiety that you might be experiencing is likely an elevated physical response within your body that's trying to showcase that there is obviously something that you need to be alerted to. And then there's this moment where you have to take a deep breath in. I'm being showed this moment to hone into who you are and breathe into the space before reacting in whatever your perception is, because you might be just becoming fearful, thinking it's something bad, but it may not necessarily be something bad. You could be somebody who could perhaps speak with the deceased, and they're coming forward to channel messages to you, or for you to channel their messages. So there's something of relevance here. And as somebody who has been there, I completely empathize with you. It's hard, especially when you're surrounded by people who aren't supportive. Don't try to acknowledge the existence of what it is that you can do, or even people who are envious and trying to pull you back from your gifts because perhaps you are stronger than those who surrounded you in the first place. So we have to be very mindful of the people that we surround ourselves with. And I just had a chat with my children earlier today about this, and the strong understanding to explain what it is that we experience when we have fear or panic or anxiety. Sometimes it is an understanding that we've gone through something and it's a traumatic response, or there is an understanding and a need for this experience to come through us. But there's also the indicators that our body is very intelligent and likes to communicate with us, and our bodies also communicate with us through spirit, or spirit rather communicates through us through our thoughts, through our mind, through our body, through our vessel, and through our emotions, as well as all of it encompassing the spirit of who you are. So somebody here needs to hear this today. This is definitely a journey of learning and embracing and allowing. So utilize your gifts and just try to breathe into them moment by moment to decipher what they are for you. Another tip I can give you, which I gave some of my children who are listening to me tonight in regards to this, is when this experience comes up, ask yourself, did you wake up that way today? And if you didn't, then there's a high chance that that experience is not you. So then it's the next question, what is it? Who is surrounding you? Who's in your environment? Where are you? Are you comfortable? No? Feel uncomfortable with the people around you? Could be an indicator for you to understand who's around you. So there's that. 5514, I had this vision of this woman, and she was standing. I didn't draw this. I should have drawn this. But I honestly didn't think I could do justice to it. I'll try to describe it as best as I can. She was standing, and I feel she was in all white. And I just saw like the side of her face, the side of her eye really. And it looked like she was like a lioness. So maybe she was wearing a lion's mask, or she had makeup to make her look like a lion. And she was wearing this blue mask that was covering her mouth. And also I feel a purple hat could be relevant as well. Some sort, a hat of some sort just on top here. Also the word high priestess came into my mind. So somebody who's intuitive, somebody who's gifted and connected with the divine or with higher powers. 232, 133, 64 could be significant. And also Dubai is relevant in regards to this channel. It came into my mind and my awareness. We're going to get a bit theatrical now. So again, 1253 came up again for the second time. I believe I said that at the beginning of this channel. So the second time that number came up again. So it's definitely relevant. So it could be the time frame. It could be an address. Something to do with 1253. And I heard, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow. And then I went, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, we're only a day away. I know, really out of key. I do my best, guys. Annie could be significant, the name Annie. Spirit guides are also very prevalent in the energy. So you might have your spirit guides trying to communicate with you, and maybe you're not understanding it, or you're trying to figure it out, and maybe you're just really overthinking it. So it's just taking a step back and taking a deep breath and centering yourself in the breath of who you are, and just allow the signs, symbols, and synchronicities to come in. Often we hear our spirit guides speak to us in our voice in our head. So if you have a dialogue going on in your head and you know you're not the one talking, but it sounds like you, and sometimes it could sound like a being, if you are somebody who can connect with spirit to that depth. So it's just an understanding of listening. Trying to learn how to listen. It's not necessarily with your ears. Sometimes it's with your mind. Sometimes I see words spelt out in my mind's eye. And like I'll see the word yes or no, or I'll see a name, or I'll see something like a number relevant to whatever it is that I'm doing. So an understanding that you are getting understandings or signs or synchronicities, but you're maybe not connecting that you're getting them. You might be overthinking it and just completely missing it. It's very simple, and it's very soft, and it's very easy the way these messages come through. And sometimes it's a learning deciphering as well, and it's learning to communicate with your guide to understand how to move forward with them. The name Rosalie could also be significant. So your name could be Rosalie, or maybe your guide's name is Rosalie. Maybe you're very aware of that, or just the name Rosalie is relevant in regards to this channel. Also, a car driving by around 1 a.m. with a really loud engine could also be significant. And then I heard at 1:01 in the morning, please bear with my theatrics here. Everybody make some noise. Da 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 da. At the count of 3, I want everybody in the place to be to make some noise with me. If you're down with me, 1, 2, 3, hit me with the horns, Tony. And then I heard some of y'all might know this and some of y'all don't. Some of y'all might be with this and some of y'all won't. But listen, let me clear my throat. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Have mercy, babe. I hope you don't mind. So DJ Cool could be significant. I know I really butchered that. You're welcome. You're welcome. And 1322 0 could be significant as well. So this is what I got. So when I hear that song, it takes me back to like the 90s. So the 90s could be relevant here. Clubbing could be relevant here. Obviously, communication with your spirit guides, with your guides, having gifts that you may not be understanding or you're trying to understand. You could be a high priestess, perhaps. Maybe you live in Dubai. All of this could be relevant. And I'm not really sure where this message is going, but we're going to roll some dice to see a little bit more about what this message entails. And while I'm doing this, I just hope you guys are all doing well. It's been a little while since I've been on, and I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys are in good spirits. I hope life is treating you well. Now, let me just see here. We have Mercury. So something to do with communication, something to do, and it's sideways. This came out sideways. So this is Mercury, and it came out sideways. So there could be some sort of communication coming in or sliding into your DMs. You're going to learn something, maybe about some sort of travel, some sort of understanding that logically you couldn't connect, or you will connect. Maybe your guides are coming through and you're going to get this unusual way of reception, and you'll know that's for you when this happens. Please come back and let me know. Something very expressive is coming in for you, something that's going to coordinate, something that's destined to be, as well as an ability for you to perceive something in a new way. Because it came in sideways, there could be some form of calculation going on here, some sort of slickness to this message coming through. If it's not by your guides, maybe your guides are coming in to warn you of somebody trying to come in, somebody trying to slip into your DMs. I believe I said earlier, because some sort of communication, something cunning. So just to be aware, also relevant to this sign, or for this planetary energy, is Gemini and Virgo. They could also be significant and relevant. Also, somebody is running or walking away or towards somebody. Okay, so somebody is coming in or leaving a circumstance. So place that how it's fitting. Again, it's sideways and it was towards the Mercurius energy. We have a life path 5 that's come up as well in the energy. And that is all about creativity. So the way you self-express, I think this has been coming up a lot as well in the energy. So we have the 5 here. You guys can see that. So some sort of self-expression. Leo could be significant, the ruler of this house. Your heart and your back also, which is interesting because I've been having some interesting experiences through my back as well as my heart. So could be relevant for somebody here. Usually I feel that type of energy when I'm doing channels or messages. So that sounds like it's resonating for me. So this house is all about pleasure. It's about enjoying life. It could be about sexuality as well, the way that you either express yourself or experience. It could be about the entertainment of your life and all of it. I know it's interesting the way they write this out. Children could also be relevant, not necessarily in those regards, but also maybe. Hopefully not. Please no. I don't need that type of energy to come in. Yeah, so something about your creative energy, something about talents. Maybe you have children and you're breeding them in alignment with something that you're creating in your life that's creating some sort of entertainment for you guys as a family. Or maybe you're creating something to move forward to help children, perhaps. There could be something to do with that as well that could be relevant. This could also, because it came in reverse, this could also have to do with maybe love affairs. This could have to do with, what I said earlier, that I didn't want to come in, sideways energies, bit of drama or risk taking. Maybe this involves you to take a risk, or maybe someone's taking a risk running towards you. Maybe it's going to involve some sort of drama, or maybe even they're gambling. Some sort of gambling could be in the energy as well. Excuse me. And last but not least, which one is this one? We have Taurus. A Taurus could be significant. And it's in the reverse. It's in the reverse. So a Taurus in the reverse could be significant. So somebody who's stubborn, they're possessive, they're materialistic, they're resistant to something. Or having resistance, and they're very they have a lot of sensuality as well. Usually somebody who is stable and secure, affectionate, determined. However, because the card's coming in reverse, their determination could lead to stubbornness or resistance or possessiveness. Hierophant rules this symbol, I believe, and this is about wisdom, about knowledge, about sacred teachings and such. Could be relevant. The element earth is also relevant, and the second house could also be relevant as it's associated with Taurus. So let's check out the second house. Possessions. So something to do with possessions. So someone's running forward to you about something to do with possessions. Materialism is coming in. And materialism is regarding the second house. So possessions, finances, and materialism. Somebody's coming towards you, running towards you. Something about some sort of possession. You may or may not know about this possession. It could be inheritance of some sort, because it's wealth, it's security, something that's going to cause some sort of security for somebody, and they're running towards you for some reason. So they could be causing some sort of like I said, the Mercury energy came in sideways, and the Mercury energy was all about something cunning, something calculated. So I feel like somebody could be coming towards you with some sort of calculated, cunning plan, mischievous plan to try to sway you away from something more relevant and more pivotal that you may not know exists. So that is what's coming up in this energy right now. Okay, so we have inheritance, we have some sort of possession, some sort of materialism. Somebody's running towards you. And some sort of supernatural experiences are going on in the energy for somebody here. Learning, understanding how it is that they use their gifts. Or maybe they're not, maybe you do understand your gifts, but maybe you have new gifts and you're not quite understanding the new gifts. So maybe that's relevant. Maybe that's why. I don't know what Rosalie's all about, but the name Rosalie also came up as significant, and maybe Annie. 1990s could be significant as well. So an inheritance, something to do with the 90s. A potential inheritance. Some sort of possession. Somebody's running towards you. And we have a reverse, Three of Cups. So a reverse Three of Cups. Somebody's definitely coming towards you. Something to do with some sort of celebrations gone wrong. So maybe they celebrated too early on something. Oh, we have 2 cards here. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups influencing it. And we also have the Eight of Discs. So something was created that that gained some sort of pleasure. And it's caused somebody's abundance to disappear. And didn't I say at the beginning of this that the abundance card fell upside down? So somebody's abundance is disappearing. So this is to do with a Taurus. Their abundance is disappearing and their life is turning to havoc and they're coming in towards you for some reason. Let's see where this is going. Tell me about this past here. Oh, okay. Something cruel was done. We have the Nine of Swords. And that's falling underneath the abundance, the Three of Cups in reverse. And this led to a Nine of Swords. Sorry, that's not underneath the abundance. I forgot that the Six of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles came out together. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Some sort of plan was put together. Maybe there was this cunning plan. Sex is coming to mind. Maybe somebody created some sort of distortion to lure someone away from you or lure you. Sex energy is also a part of one of the cards that came out, wasn't it? The 10th, the 5th house, wasn't it? Yeah, sexuality and pleasure. Maybe children kind of did fly up a little bit. And I was hoping it wouldn't be like going the gross way. I don't like the way they write this in the card. Maybe a child was conceived in regards to this. Maybe a child was conceived. Maybe a love affair, because this could be love affairs as well. 5th house energy. Something cruel, led to something cruel. So maybe somebody had a love affair on you and they had a child and maybe you're not aware of this. Trying to steal some sort of inheritance or abundance of yours. Or something that, I don't feel like you know about this. Because I feel like this is something, doesn't feel like there's energy that knows it. He doesn't, I don't know it. There's this very obvious, I'm not sure about this in the energy. So maybe you don't know about this. Let's see here. One of those wanted to pop out, but they stay stuck. So somebody's really stuck because of this. There's some sort of crevice that they've plowed themselves in regarding trying to come after you and hurt you. Because it's cruel. The Nine of Swords is the destiny, or was the goal. And even the destiny is interesting because I just heard and the destiny. It's like they went out of their way to create some sort of discord for you. Perhaps they had a love affair with your partner, whoever you were with. So maybe once upon a time, maybe in the 90s, you were with somebody and this person went out of their way to, maybe around the songs that were playing, maybe all of those are relevant for you. And maybe the Annie song, maybe that's relevant as well. Like, I feel like this is somebody that was close to you. This is somebody that, you know, that you had in your life on the daily. Let's see further. I'll clarify these cards afterwards. But what I'm getting is, it's like they were determined to go out of their way to cause some sort of, like, they wanted you to be in fear, in anxiety, in panic, in worry. Like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. And that was their goal. They were trying to lure your partner. Let's just say it feels like there's a love affair going on. Okay, so they took your partner. They created some sort of scheme, or they planned out the seductive, because that word came out too. Was it the second house? No, it was with the Taurus card. So it was a sensual Taurus. Stubborn, possessive, materialistic, and resistant. Trying to come after you. So they wooed on their negative traits to create some sort of plan to lure someone away from you. 1 second, guys. Sorry, it was hard. I had to move the table to get this. So we have the 2 of discs come up. It landed on the floor, but it landed in the upright. So there's change that's occurring in regards to this reverse 3 of cups. So in the past, they wanted change for you. So maybe you were happy. Maybe you were in a relationship. Maybe it felt like it was loving, or it was long-term, or you had dreams and aspirations together. And this person came in and maybe was envious. They decided they wanted to take that away from you. They wanted to change some construct. Maybe they weren't doing very well and they decided to change the construct of your life. Maybe you looked like you were doing well to them. And also at the beginning of this, did I not say, I feel like I said that, or maybe I didn't. Some sort of attachment. Like there's this attached, yeah, I did say that, didn't I? There's this attachment. Someone is attached to this idea that they have of you. And it's not based in reality. It's based on, like, I heard nagging. So somebody may have gone through some sort of discord in their upbringing regarding you. Maybe this is a sibling. This could be a close friend, cousin, somebody that you had in your life. And maybe you had to have had them in your life because I feel like they were compared to you. And this maybe wasn't done in front of you. Maybe this was done behind the scenes. And they fixated on whatever was said or done. And they got so fixated that they got attached to this idea that they thought like maybe you were like this competition for them. Maybe if they could like make you look bad or take away good things from you, that they were successful, they were you. Maybe there's some sort of weird energy regarding that. I don't know, guys. If this is resonating, click the like, please. Let's see here. Whoa. Okay, so 3 cards fell out. And this is underneath the Ace of Discs and the 6 of Cups. So the creating plan to entice someone for pleasure. And the 3 of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Art card. So give me a second. I'm going to have to decipher this one together. I'm going to open up the book to take a peek here because there's a lot coming in. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. So I'll show you these cards. So we have the 3 of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. Unwanted pregnancy. And the Art card, which is number 14, 15, 14. All in the reverse. So let me just grab that. So we'll start with the Art. So yeah, there's a combination of forces here. So this is the Art card. And this is after the Death card in the Major Arcana. So something came to an end, something came to completion in this understanding of whatever it was that their plan was. And that's in the past, this change that occurred. Something came into completion, something happened. And in the recent past, regarding the plan that they formulated to go against you, to do something to hurt you, to cause you a lot of cruelty, okay? There was an accumulation of forces here. And everything that they thought was a blessing in regards to what they've done has been like swept away in an instant, I just heard. So the art card is an accumulation of forces, and it's like a realization. So it's almost like this person has had like this, they haven't had this realization. Like in the moment that they were doing it, they had this realization that they were going to create something in the upright for themselves, right? But they didn't take into account the karmic value of whatever that imprint would be. And now the tables have turned and the forces have come to collect. That's what I'm getting from this art card. And it is with the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is about fertility. It's about power, except it's in the reverse. My throat chakra is now all of a sudden choking up actually a little bit. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So in the upright, this is all about fertility. It's all about beauty, pleasure, and happiness. But this person didn't get any of that. So this is now, if they got any of it, it's gone rank. Like, let's say there was a child consumed with, let's say somebody had a love affair, and let's say somebody had a baby, and they thought this was going to be the best scheme ever. They did it out of spite to hate you, to hurt you. So this baby wasn't brought in the love that it should have been brought in. This child did not come in the love that they were supposed to have. They came in with this deceitful plan to hurt somebody. So think about the energetic component to that. People have to stop and think about their behavior when they go and they put stuff out there to try to do something against another, because it is going to come back. It's like people who write spells or cast some sort of discord for somebody because they make them uncomfortable or whatever it is. It's like you're not realizing, like people do death spells, for instance. They send death spells to somebody. They want the death to their relationship, the death to their life. They want literal death for them. That doesn't work on this person. Let's say this person's highly ranked. This person has God on their side. This person, does their work and is kind and loving and compassionate. You're coming after somebody who's done nothing wrong. Karmically speaking, they're on an even kilter. And here you are creating negative karma to spite them. How is that going to work for you? That is going to come back. That energy likely won't hit them and will likely spin back around and come back for you or somebody you love. So something to do with this type of energy is what's going on in this energy right here, at least with with the art card in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. And we have the Three of Wands as well. And the Three of Wands, when it's in the upright, is all about establishing strength. So this person really thought they had the victory over you. They thought they got all their blessings counted. They thought everything was going to work out because they fucked you. And what's really truly happening is the reverse. So with the Three of Wands in the reverse, they don't have any strength. Anything that they thought that they had as strength has now just been ripped away from them, which could have been also in regards to their abundance or with this idea that they had abundance. And there's something to do with something coming in. They're running into you to try to change some sort of trajectory of some sort that was created with this evil plan. And I just saw, what's that guy's name? Not Austin Power. Dr. Evil, is it? I just saw that guy. Okay, so the Three of Wands. So yeah, something is not going the way that they had hoped. Something has happened. Something is not going the way that they hoped. And they're definitely not having success. Whatever their struggle was that they thought they had in regards to you, and whatever they did to come up against you, that they thought they had won. They thought all of this was in the upright. They got blessings. They got the art card. They got the Three of Wands. They had the power, the strength. They thought they had everything. But it's now gone awry. It's not good. And there's no, not only that, but there's no, and this is the thing, I think this is why the spirit guides are coming through. This person is not even able to tap in to divine connection, to divine source. Like they're lost. They're lost in the sauce. They're unable to communicate effectively with their guides, with their team, or maybe their team and their guides aren't communicating with them because of what has happened or occurred. And because of that, they're not getting divine guidance. They're not getting knowledge, and everything is being contorted in a way that's not really aiding them in any way, shape, or form. That's what I'm getting. So that's with those three in reverse. Okay, so where is this all headed? What's the future of this energy here? Drama, guys. This is a lot of drama. A lot of sad drama. To bring a child into some sort of circumstance, it really does feel like something like that happened. That's too many cards. Just one card, please. Oh, you want me to take them? Okay. Are those the right? Okay. Okay, I'm to take them in order. Okay. So all of this has led to the Five of Cups energy. So this is grave disappointment. So the Five of Cups energy is grave disappointment. Okay. Let's see if you can see this. So this is the end of whatever pleasure they got from it. It's become like a disturbance in their lives. Like maybe they're being like riddled with guilt. Maybe all the things that they should have naturally felt for the behavior that they did are actually riddling them right now. Because it's like the soft carpet, I couldn't understand necessarily the full connotation of that, but now that I'm thinking about it, when I'm channeling this, it's like something is walking along the soft carpet, but there was nobody there. It's like this, it's this soft secret, this lie that's in the background that's haunting them. And it's never going to stop haunting them. Let's say they had a child. Let's say there is a child involved. They'll always be remembered of what they've done because of some child here, this loved child. That's not loved, I heard. So there could be a child for some of you who this resonates with. And it's like, I think not only that, I feel like the energy that was placed in to create the child likely caused the child a lot more disservice. Maybe there's behavioral issues. Maybe there is discord in some way, shape, or form. I'm not wishing this upon this child. I'm getting this understanding that there could be some sort of like backlash, spiritually speaking, as the investment of energy that went in to creating this wasn't really honest and it wasn't pure. So there could be distortion with a child. This child could be suffering. Because we got the disappointment, the Five of Cups. And this is all about like the disappointment in love, the misfortune of it. It's maybe they're finding themselves having loss in friendship. Maybe they're finding themselves being unkind to themselves. Maybe they're really beating themselves up about this. Maybe there's some sort of energies coming in to try to help them grasp the magnitude of what it is that they created, trying to come and create something for somebody else. It's like the tide has turned. Maybe whatever they did to you didn't really affect you the way that they thought it would. Maybe they thought you would be more hurt by it or like lost. Maybe they felt like by them getting whatever you had, you would take whatever they had. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe you're doing really well. Maybe you're not even plagued by any of this. That could be also part of their disappointment. That's the future energy. And then what we have here currently is some sort of adjustment is going on. And that's followed by the Two of Cups. So we have an adjustment and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups energy, being this card here, is in the environment. So this is harmony between a man and a woman. Maybe you've moved on. Maybe you're happy with somebody else, and maybe whatever happiness they thought they took from you wasn't really, maybe it was fictitious, maybe it wasn't real. And maybe you've moved on and you've actually found real. And maybe that's a part of like the pain that they're fixated on or they're attached to. Like maybe they're still coming after you. Maybe that's why they're running towards you. Maybe they're coming after you again to try to mess you up because you're happy in love with somebody. Sorry, what the fuck? Okay, so you have somebody running in, a Taurus who's in the reverse. Okay, they're running in something to do with possessions. So it could be it's materialism, something materialistic. Okay? And they're running in at you because you're in a happy relationship. And they're coming in some sort of way. And the adjustment card here, which says justice and balance, is all about like it's an adjustment to bring back harmony, to homeostasis to whatever has been done. So maybe there's, karmically speaking, something has to come back to you. This person will not rest maybe until they apologize, or maybe till they come clean. Maybe something has to happen where they have to come clean for their behaviors and for their actions towards you. And maybe this is that fear, that anxiety that I was experiencing in the beginning of this. Something like that's coming through. Because there's, with the adjustment card, there's also suspension of action, but depending on the decision of whomever is being faced with this experience. And it sounds like they're being haunted by their past, and maybe the songs of the past of the 90s. Maybe you hung out with this person in the 90s, or maybe this person was close to you in the 90s. Maybe you guys went clubbing and that song was of importance. Okay? Regardless, there's some sort of Justin? The name Justin? I don't know. Maybe the name Justin is significant. Why do I say it like that? The name Justin could be relevant. I think that's what it is. Okay, so we have these two in the environment. And then we have the Eight of Cups in their emotions and the Prince of Discs as the outcome. So the Eight of Cups is abandoned success, like decline of interest in anything. It's a lot of mystery and repining, like what's going on or what they did. It's like, I feel like they're pining over everything that, whatever caused this sort of weird reality discord between you and this person. Like somebody tweaked this person's mind in regard to you. Something happened traumatic and you have no idea about it. I don't think you have any idea about it. And this person, maybe this person has a problem with their nose, because I'm rubbing my nose a lot in this reading. I'm noticing it's itchy and I can't stop rubbing my nose. For whatever reason. So maybe this person rubs her nose a lot in regards to whoever this is, if this resonates with you. Anyways, this person is repining. I think they're repining a lot of things. This person sounds like they have a lot of misery. They're like plagued by misery. Like maybe they didn't have a really good upbringing, or maybe they felt like they didn't have a really good upbringing. Maybe they had a hard time seeing the glasses full. Maybe they're like one of those glasses empty kind of people. And maybe they looked at you as if your glass was always full, and maybe they thought their glass was empty. Maybe something like that. But I feel like whatever their perception was of you was really inaccurate. I feel like they really had you pegged wrong. But they painted you in this fictitious way that somebody had painted you for them. So there's maybe triangulation could be significant. Maybe a form of narcissism could be significant as well, like a covert narcissist. Or maybe even like an addict. Somebody in addictions could be relevant as well. Yeah. it's really sad energy. Whatever this person has endured, to be so fixated on hating on you, it's like this is how we hurt people, right? Like, somebody is wounded, let's say it's an addict, or it's somebody that has problems and they're a narcissist, or they've been through a lot and they're some sort of messed up in the brain. And instead of getting help or assistance with that, they hurt the people around them. And that's just the way that it is sometimes, right? I know growing up, there's a lot of hurt and discord in my life, and it wasn't easy. I also get this understanding that maybe you had a lot of pain too. Maybe that's why you related with this person. And maybe you held your pain better. Maybe you didn't look like you went through what you went through. And maybe this person just didn't believe that you were going through anything. Or maybe they told themselves that because in their mind they had this reality that was painted for them of who you were. Likely by someone who doesn't know you. That's how that feels. Anyways, the Eight of Cups is lots of cups in this. This is really salty, okay? So the Eight of Cups is, again, it's like they're abandoning interest in whatever is going on. So whatever they created to come after you, to create some sort of cruel experience for you, they've abandoned that. I just heard patterns repeated. So let's say it is somebody who was dealing with somebody who's a narcissist, or there's somebody who is an addict, and they did a lot of abuse to them, and so they're doing the same thing in regards to their behavior. It's like they're dismissing what they're doing. It's like they can't even acknowledge that anything they've done is wrong. They're just fixated and attached to fucking you up. That's how the energy feels. And with these two cards coming out, it's telling me that they're trying to mess you up. So the Eight of Cups, it's like a lot of instability, and it's a lot of repining, but it's also they're journeying from place to place. Like they're like, in their mind, they're going from every place that they know you. They're trying to place together this creative idea that's going to work, that's going to mess you up this time around. That's how this feels. And with the Prince of Discs as the outcome, to me, this card is, it's about figuring out this magnitude of energy that's going to really impact somebody. Because when I look at this card, you see this guy, he's like being, oh, interesting, there's a bull here. So Taurus could really be significant. This guy is like, it's like he's a steamroller, and he's coming for you, and he's fast paced, and he's charging at you with this bull, okay? And he's going over and over all, this person, male or female, place how it fits, okay? Just because I'm saying a female or I'm saying a male doesn't mean that that's who it is. If you're, you could be in either energy as a man or a woman. So the energetic component of it is really what matters. So however it resonates with you in that sense, because energy is energy, right? So anyways, we have this guy here. This card to me is a steamroller. So this is somebody who's out to mess you up, and they're very steadfast. Like they're working, they're going over, they're mulling over everything of the past. They're looking at even the things that maybe were considered very minor with you, or even like mundane, and trying to figure out how can they get in some sort of crack. I think I said something like that at the beginning of this channel. There's some sort of crack that they've gotten themselves into. How could they get into this some sort of crack again to get at you? Yeah, and this person doesn't really like spiritual types. So again, you could resonate as a spiritual type. Like this is kind of resonating with me in a way with certain people I've met in my life, where they don't really associate with what I do. They're atheists. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in anything. They're witches or whatever they resonate as. They just sit and look at you, or they look down their nose at you because they don't believe in anything that you do or can do. So it's like a complete dismissal of who you are. And again, to my point earlier, when I was talking about speaking to like your children, or like when you're growing up in an environment where nobody supports you and you have nobody who is able to hold you in the energy of who you are, you really start to understand who your people are. And oftentimes the people who are supposed to be your people aren't your people, and that could be your family. And for me, that was my case. I had a lot of people in my family with a lot of pretend love, and none of it was real. And when you break away from that component, you can start to decipher the reality of what was, because you have that freedom of space again. You can start to really understand how things really were placed in your life and where you actually fit. So that could be relevant for somebody here. Maybe you're going through something like that, or you were able to take some space from somebody who is what's the word I'm looking for? Like this person that I'm describing here today, in regards to like that they messed up your life, they came up after you, they tried to distort or cause cruelty for you. Like whoever this person is in your life, resonating as that in the story. And I kind of lost my train of thought, so I hope I finished that thought point. My brain went off somewhere else. Yeah, so we have this steamroller guy. So this person is coming in. They're definitely against. They're not somebody who is very supportive of who it is that you are, what you're about, and they're slow to anger, but they can really elevate it if it was provoked. So somebody who is like coming at you with these cruel intentions again. They're coming at you trying to create some sort of discord for you in regards to I'm being guided to grab this deck here. So I'm going to grab my Beloved Dead deck, and I'm just going to clarify some of these cards. So clarify the past. What was this cruelty that occurred? Well, that card shot right out. Yeah, so it's about seeing some sort of perfectionism. So maybe that you were painted as some sort of perfection to them, or maybe they felt like they needed to be perfect to conquer you. Some sort of perfection, regardless, is in the energy in regards to the cruelty. So maybe by creating some sort of cruelty towards you, so some sort of love affair is in the energy, some sort of materialism, some sort of plan to arouse somebody that's with you. So it could be your partner at the time. Maybe you were in a relationship with somebody and they came in and broke it up. Maybe they went as far as to even have a child with this person to create pain for you. And it was all because they wanted to look perfect. In their mind, they felt by coming after you, by coming and taking what they felt was yours, like it's like they believe people in life are a possession. And maybe they think everybody thinks that too. Like when you're with somebody, they're not your possession. You're with them. It's a mutual agreement to be together in unison, to move forward as flowing energies together, and you should complement each other. It's not about one absorbing over the other. And even at times, sometimes one's energy is bigger than the other, and then it'll switch. This is just the complementing of the energetic field of whatever value you're here to emanate. So that's significant here in regards to this. This person seems to believe that people can be tossed away like trash. Maybe this person was tossed away like trash, unless they appeared perfect. So they have an inner struggle with perfection. Maybe you also had an inner struggle with perfection, but you didn't showcase it the way they showcased theirs. Going out of their way to badmouth you to people, to create this image of you that's inaccurate to people. Somebody just going out of their way to talk shit about you all the time when you're not there. Maybe even when you are there, like making inside jokes that people would know about, laughing about you in front of you, thinking that maybe you don't know, maybe you did know. Maybe you pretended that it didn't happen because maybe you were taught that your mind, because you were spiritual, maybe you were gaslit to believe that you weren't inaccurate with your deciphering of the energy. Maybe you were manipulated in life to be a certain way for your family structure. Maybe this person preyed upon you. This person preyed upon you to gain some sort of upper hand to look perfect. Maybe your energy is a lot bigger than this person. Maybe you make them feel inferior. And maybe the only way they could try to amount to anything above you is by acting like they are more perfect than you. Because in their mind they have this idea and this reality that you are on this pedestal. They have this attachment to something that somebody painted about you a long time ago. And this somebody is irrelevant. They don't know you. And this person themselves was toxic. So that's relevant in regards to the type of cruelty. Anything more on that? It's like an amazing amount of sorrow, pride, and this insatiable thirst to shame is all in somebody's throat chakra. It's like they're repressing all of this experience that they want for you, pretending that it's not real, but they're still executing this master plan in their twisted little mind. This person needs some assistance professionally. This person would probably benefit seeing a professional therapist, psychologist. I don't know to what extent, but this person has a mental health situation, it feels. And I'm not, obviously I'm not a professional, but I did grow up with someone with a mental health issue. My entire life I have been surrounded by people with mental health issues, so I call them like I see them, and this feels like that. So is there anything more about the cruelty that we need to know about, or about the master plan creating some sort of pleasure to cause some sort of reverse Three of Cups for somebody? That's too many, no? Yeah, that's too many. I'm not going to take those. They could resonate, but I'm going to, one card please. Any more? What was this creative plan to cause cruelty for somebody in my collective? No need to give more there. Okay. And what is the what is the how is the emotions leading to the outcome with the Prince of Discs? One card, please. All of a sudden things got really messy and like all over the place. They shuffled forward and back, extended front, out of my hand, front to back, side to side. Okay. Disconnection in reverse. So the disconnection card I got in reverse, it landed upright, then flipped reverse on the Prince of Discs. So So they're trying to disconnect you. They're trying to disconnect something. And they're targeting you from behind. They're coming from behind. Targeting your heart, your lungs, so the way you breathe. Death really came into my mind when this flipped upside down. So they could be coming after you to try to like take you out. I'm not trying to spread fear, but it is what it is. It's what came up. Also, there's 3 people, 3 heads. I heard 3 heads are better than 1. So they could be targeting, or 3 people could be targeting you. There could be 3 people in cahoots with this plan, in the guise of coming forward as something that they're not, pretending to be like you. Like you might have somebody come in that's, maybe you're somebody who is spiritual, maybe you're someone who has connections. You probably are, if you're following my channel. You probably have something going on with you. Or you're the exact opposite, hating on me. Whichever one you are, you know where you fit in this mix if this message is resonating with you. You could be somebody who is going to be approached. You'd be very kind-hearted and very open to all people. And you're going to be approached by people in the guise of pretending to be a lot like you. And you're going to need to use and tap into your discernment, which I feel like you're already going to be able to do. It's like you probably already see this from a different perspective, because it's coming in upside down. Like they're trying to be sneaky. They're trying to come in cunningly, like very sly. They're trying to create some sort of discord for you where you don't see it coming. But the reality is that you see things from a higher perspective. But I also feel whoever I'm speaking to, you also see things from the lowest perspective because you've been there before. And I don't think these people understand who they're messing with. So whatever this plan is, it's going to be flopping upside down, because disconnect came in reverse. Like they're trying to disconnect you from something. They're trying to come in like they're for you, they're angels, they're whatever. Beings of light, beings of good, kindness, whatever your mission is here, whatever it is that you're here for, they're coming in to try to decipher this, but this is in the guise to come in and create a crack, likely between this 2 of Cups union, this happiness that you have. This could be the happiness that you have in yourself. Maybe they're trying to wipe your smile off your face. Maybe you're happy. Maybe you've moved on and you're joyful and you're happy and you're moving forward with things and life is actually working out for you finally, maybe after a long period where it wasn't. And this person isn't happy that you're happy. So they just want to wipe that off your face because you don't deserve to be happy. Nobody, no. Only they deserve to be happy because they're the perfect one, not you. You're not allowed to be perfect. You're already too fucking perfect, is how this feels. So they're coming in with some people trying to align some sort of discord for you. And it just feels like there's 3 people here. It's like, it's also what I'm seeing is it could be people close to you. Like it could be people that are surrounding you as well. Like these people might already be in your surroundings. And they think that you don't see them. Like you don't know anything. Because you don't say anything. I think that's the misconception people have with you, is they think because maybe you look a certain way, maybe they think you look stupid, or maybe they think because you don't acknowledge things the way that most people do, maybe you're often misunderstood. I know that's something that's a storyline for me. A lot of people think things of me that are just the opposite of who I am. And it's interesting because if you actually got to know me, you would see that. But these people aren't taking the time to get to know you. They're just judging you. And they're judging you through the lens of perfection. Through the lens of perfection in a very mucked up way. And whatever disconnect they're trying to do to you is going to just disconnect them. So that's what I'm getting from this card. So just be mindful of your surroundings. Somebody has a lot of, or some people have some ill intentions for you because something's reversing. they did something too cruel in the past and they don't like that it didn't work. So now they're coming in to try to do it again. And it's not going to work again. Highly favored, highly honored. You're highly favored and highly honored, I just heard. And that is why. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for sharing space with me today. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Until then, take care.